Come on, guys, let's go fishing.
All right.
Hey, Brent, there's already one down here.
Come on, Brent. Should we try to catch a fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what's down there today.
Hi, I'm Bob Jensen. This is Fishing the Midwest. Thanks for stopping by. You know, it's so important to get young people involved in fishing at an early age. Today, Mike and Hannah Frisch are going to show me how to catch some largemouth bass. We're also going to talk about an organization called Let's Go Fishing. Their mission is to introduce more people to the sport of fishing. After that, we'll be in Wisconsin chasing walleyes. First though, it's largemouth bass. Well, here we go. So many of us were introduced to fishing by our dad. That's how I got involved, and that's how Mike Frisch got started. Now Mike is passing the fishing tradition along to his daughter Hannah. But Mike and the folks at Let's Go Fishing are going above and beyond when it comes to introducing youngsters to fishing. Through their efforts, thousands of kids have been or will be introduced to fishing. We'll talk about that later. First, let's get in the water and see if we can catch some bass. It's midsummer, we're in central Minnesota, the bass are biting. Here we go.
What do you got, Hannah?
I think I got a fish.
You got a fish?
Yeah.
Is that your
Really?
first cast?
Yeah.
There it is right
Oh,
there.
there he is.
Yep.
Can you get him?
Yeah, he's little, but
He's little?
yeah, but I got him.
You got him, no? Here.
Does it usually take that long to catch one here, Hannah?
Oh, he's swimming with it. Fish, Hannah. Oh, look at that one. Whose is bigger?
Yours, maybe?
What? Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, get him in there. Whoa. Good job. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice job,
yours
yeah.
is bigger.
Mine's
I guess.
bigger?
I guess so.
I think that was my first cast. Look at that. He's a chunk.
Nice fish, Dad.
Hannah, you got one?
Yep.
Is that your second cast?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This one's bigger, I think.
Is it?
This one's
There it is
bigger?
right here.
Yeah.
Atta girl. Look at that one. Whoa.
It's gonna crash over your line.
Yeah. Who leaves their line in?
He's bleeding too.
He is bleeding.
All the fish in here are bleeding.
You know why?
Why?
Because they are eating it. That's a nice one there. Look at how deep he's got that.
Oh my
Look at
God,
that
he's
thing.
being bad.
The bite is on, and this sort of action can be found pretty much all across the Midwest. Our technique is simple. I'm throwing power worms and gulp super worms rigged on lipstick jig worms, 1/8 ounce size. This setup will work anywhere in the Midwest where there are largemouth. Our first casts to a spot are with the larger worms. They catch the more aggressive fish. After we've caught a few and the bite slows down, we switch to a 4-inch worm. They catch the fish that are more finicky. We're throwing our worms to the weed line. The boat's in about 15 feet of water, and we're casting to water 8 or 10 feet in depth. There's cabbage weeds and schools of bluegills in the best areas. I'm using 8-pound test Trilene Sensation in the blaze orange color. I'm really liking the blaze orange whenever line watching is important. And with these jig worms, line watching will help you catch more fish. An Abu Garcia Cardinal spinning reel on a 6-foot, 6-inch medium heavy action rod makes a nice combo for jig worming and a wide variety of other fishing techniques. Sensitivity is important for jig worming. Check out a Fenwick HMG rod for outstanding sensitivity, or take a look at an Abu Garcia Vendetta rod. They do a very good job also, and they're a great value.
Bob's got one. You got fish, Bob?
Oh, I got one.
Hannah, why don't you go get the net? Bob doesn't catch them very often. We don't want to let it get away.
So we want to be sure, Hannah.
Oh!
Wait, hang on. A little closer. Ooh,
That's a nice fish.
I know it.
Big
That's the
fish.
one I-
Look at that one.
That's the kind of catch. Good job.
Good job, Bob.
Oh, thank you. That is a nice one. Huh. Oh, it's a beautiful day and the bass are biting. When we come back, we'll catch some more. Stay tuned. For more fishing success, check out these outstanding products. WalleyeCentral.com. More walleye information than you can handle. Growth Energy, America's ethanol supporters. Nanofill, the next generation in fishing line. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. The bass are biting. Let's catch some more. Fish.
You got a fish, Bob?
There it is.
Hannah, you gonna net that for him?
You know, Hannah, I think I I can swing this one.
Swing that one?
That's okay.
I think I can swing this one. I can. Mike, last time we fished together, you were guiding. Things have changed a little bit now. You've become involved with the Let's Go Fishing organization, right?
Yeah, Bob, I was guiding last time we fished, and a little over a year ago, I took a position with Let's Go Fishing in Minnesota, a nonprofit group that takes kids, senior citizens, and military veterans fishing at no charge. Kind of a neat deal.
So, Mike, originally Let's Go Fishing was about senior citizens going fishing. You've expanded that. How come?
We see a need to kind of do the same thing with kids. Kids need a chance to get out in the water as well. So we've taken a really successful seniors program, and now we're modeling the same program on the kids side. Fish. I don't think so. I didn't think it was very big. It's not huge, but
Bigger than you thought?
They're just fun,
aren't they? Oh, 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 oh. Okay, there. Now take her. Good job.
Mike, you're having Hannah net the fish. How come?
Bob, I'm having Hannah net these fish for a couple reasons. Number one, she's going to be my tournament partner someday, and we net them in a tournament. The second thing is, I always like kids to net fish because it gives them something to do to stay involved. Even when they don't catch the fish, they're still part of the catch by netting it.
It's time for a break from the fishing. Barbara Riccozzi from Cabela's in Rogers, Minnesota wants to show us some food preparation stuff. These are kind of unique cookers here. What's the deal?
They are actually very unique, and they're a Cabela's exclusive. They're called a 7-in-1 cooker. So you can grill, you can smoke, charcoal or propane, and we also have an electric variety. You can also fry, seafood boil, and
Camp stove?
yes, camp stove as well. So 7-in-1. It's just a wonderful unit, depending on how it's configured.
Sure. And you've got a green one and a stainless. What's the deal there?
Yes, well, this is just our premium with the stainless steel exterior, beautiful unit, a little more expensive, but they both do exactly the same thing. They also come with the regulators and the hoses.
Sure. And you've got seasonings also.
We do. You know, Cabela's people like to hunt and fish, and we like to sit around and talk about our wonderful catches and hunts. And so it all comes down to cooking and recipes, doesn't it? So we have developed the open season seasonings. My two favorite are salmon and trout, and roasted garlic and beer. They are also no MSG, low sodium, and they are gluten-free. And we have 13 varieties, so they're wonderful to incorporate into all of your recipes. Our 7-in-1 Cabela cooker, available in stores. Come by and see us. Cabela stores only.
Thanks, Barbara. Cabela's has products that will help us catch more fish. They also have the products that will help us prepare those fish for the table. Now back to the fishing.
Oh, that might be a big one. I'll try not.
See ya?
Oh, look at that one.
Ooh.
Keep them down. Keep them down. Hey.
Hannah, you fish for pretty much everything?
No, pretty much. I like to do bass and panfish the best, but I do fish for a lot.
How come you like bass and panfish the best?
Well, I don't really like to eat fish or anything, and I like to catch and release, and I think bass put up a good fight, and it's a lot of fun. Got one too?
Yeah. You want to take your fish, Hannah?
You want on your way?
Yeah.
It's way down there, Dad.
Yeah.
You didn't reel in, right?
No, I did not reel in. This is a big fish.
So Hannah's gonna have to get the net.
Yep.
She's gonna have to hurry, right?
Yep.
What do I do with the fish?
Hand that fish to Bob.
Yeah.
Bob, can you help us?
The hook is in there kind of deep. I can't get the hook out.
Look at this one. Look at this one, Hannah. Look at this one.
There he is right there.
Stay down.
Ooh.
You don't get to jump. You do not get to jump. Got him?
Got him.
Ooh! We got a double hand. Give me 5. All right.
Good job, Dad.
Thank you. Good job with the net.
Oh.
Bob, what do you think? Whose is bigger?
Boy, when the bass want to bite, it is so much fun. When we come back, we'll catch some more. Stay tuned. These folks make the products that will help you catch more fish. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Gulp Alive, looks, feels, tastes alive. Northland Fishing Tackle, the fisherman's favorite. welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. The bass are biting. Let's get back out there. Later on, we found a group of bass on a sunken island in deeper water. They were relating to a school of bait fish. Remember, in the summer, the predator fish will be wherever the bait fish are. These bass were also willing to eat our jig worms.
Should we net that fish?
No,
Let's
I got
net
him.
that fish, Hannah. Here.
I got him.
You got him?
You got him?
I got him.
There you go.
You done that before?
A few times.
What color worm was that?
Camel.
Camel. The Let's Go Fishing Kids program is a big deal. It's different from many other kids programs in that they take the kids fishing several times and they go out in boats. In 2011, Let's Go Fishing took in the area of 20,000 folks fishing.
One of the things that research shows is that in order to hook kids on an outdoor sport, whether it be fishing, hunting, whatever, it takes multiple chances for them to actually take part in it. So for fishing, that means we've got to get them out on the water. And one of the cool things about Let's Go Fishing is because our chapters fish on a regular basis, kids get a chance to go out on the water several times, which greatly increases their chances of being lifelong anglers or getting hooked on the sport.
Toward the end of the day, Hannah started rigging a little differently, and it paid off. You switched on us, Hannah?
Yep.
And she's got a little secret, Bob.
Did she really?
Yep.
What's the secret?
Well, I don't know. She might show us here.
There he is right there. Whoa, that's a better one.
Is it? Oh, look at that one. Yeah, that is one. Good job, Han.
Huh.
He put up a fight?
So what's the secret?
Wacky hook it.
He nailed it, didn't he?
He ate it.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
It set the hook pretty good too. Wow.
You want to tell us what that is?
So you're rigging that different than we have been, Hannah?
I wacky hooked it and he seemed to like it. Did it right away.
What does wacky hooking mean?
I hooked the worm right in the middle of the hook.
Mike thought wacky rigging looked like a pretty good idea, so he gave it a try.
Oh, this is the biggest one of the day.
Whoa. Bigger than
yours. Bigger than Bob's. Can you believe that? Look at that one. Woo-hoo! Look at that one. We didn't need that woohoo though. Sorry. When you don't catch very many fish, you tend to get excited once in a while.
Now that was fun. That's what fishing is, it's fun. And the folks at Let's Go Fishing are doing all they can to expose more people, youth and adults, to the fun of fishing. Check them out at their website, and then see if there's something you can do to help. Boy, you know what the folks at Let's Go Fishing are doing is so important. Check them out. And now let's get on the water and catch some walleyes in Wisconsin. The Sturgeon Bay area of eastern Wisconsin has some of the clearest water in the Midwest. In the winter, you can see bottom 40 feet down. This area also has some of the best fishing for truly big walleyes in the Midwest. Clear water typically means tougher fishing, but if you don't spook the walleyes, you'll catch them. Brett Alexander knows what it takes to catch these big walleyes. He does it almost every day during the summer. He uses planer boards. Today he's going to show Jeff Kolodzinski and me how to do it. First thing we've got to do is set the lines. Here's how we're doing it. So Brett, we've got 3 lines off this side, 3 lines off that side. We're covering a lot of water, but how is it that you're arranging these lines? You're stacking them kind of, aren't you?
Basically, we're laying the water line. I've got a weight system I'm running. What I do is run 50 back with the harness. I'm running 3 different weights. I'm running 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce, and 1 ounce. The far outside boards have the lighter weight, the 1/2 ounce. So it's 50 back with the blade. We're hooking a 1/2 ounce, another 50 back, and then we're hooking a board on. And basically, we're running heavier weights as you come closer to the boat. That way, when you hook a fish on the outside board, that fish should technically come right over the other weight, where you don't have to worry about getting tangled in the other line.
He's up higher.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And you know, so much of the time we think about we're fishing 25 to 30 feet of water, and these baits are not down on the bottom. So much of the time we think of walleyes as being a bottom hugger. Not here, apparently.
It's one of the biggest mistakes that I've noticed that people make is they always want to target the bottom for walleyes. Biggest mistake you can make. Most of the feeding walleyes are actually elevated in the water column. The fish that are laying on the bottom are negative fish that are not feeding. When I go walleye fishing, I fish for the feeding fish.
The biters.
Correct.
Yeah, and they're up high because the bait fish are up high.
The bait fish are up high.
And if you'll notice, Brett is controlling the boat with the electric motor. He can do that from anywhere in the boat with the iPilot. Speed, direction, he controls everything from anywhere in the boat with the iPilot. The iPilot has been upgraded this year to hold more information and to fit more comfortably in your hand. Brett's also keeping a close eye on the depth finder. He's looking for fish, but he's also watching our trolling speed. He wants to be between 0.9 and about 1.2 miles per hour. Boat speed is very important.
Need a tip.
Those are some good head shakes on that one now.
Oh, big walleye, Colo. Huge walleye, man.
Whoa.
Holy. Oh, look at the size of that walleye, Colo.
Whoa. Come on. Oh, you got him. Oh, Brett, I've never caught a bigger walleye in my life.
Look at that guy.
Oh, man.
Don't let Brett fall in either.
Wow.
Awesome, man.
Brett, this is a big fish.
Oh, man, that's a killer. Huge walleye. We're doubled up here.
Look at
That's
that.
awesome.
Look at that.
That is a
walleye.
big fish. I don't know that I've caught a fish that big in these parts.
Yeah, that's a 30-inch walleye right
And
there.
beautiful color.
When it comes to catching walleyes in some situations, you can't beat planer boards. When we come back, we'll share some more planer board tips for walleyes. Stay tuned. The Fishing the Midwest fishing team uses and appreciates the efforts of these people. Abu Garcia for life. Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter of hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Freybill, trusted gear since 1938. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. Let's catch some more Wisconsin walleyes. Okay, here's exactly how we're setting a line.
Now we got the correct crawler presentation on the blade. You drop it in the water, make sure your crawler is running nice and straight.
Make sure the blade's turning.
Make sure the blade's turning. And then you run it back 50 feet. We're running the Abu Garcia LC 6500 line counter reels, so we can watch exactly how many feet back we are. Now we're going to hook the weight on. These weights and the snaps are made by offshore. Then we're going to run the weight back another 50. So now we're ready for the board. I like to double wrap my boards. With these big fish up here, they pull hard. If you double wrap your clips, your boards will never pop off. Then you want to slowly feed your board out. If you drop it back fast, your bait will drop right down to the bottom, and it'll get hooked in the zebra mussels or the gobies will get your bait.
Hey, Brett, how far below the surface are those baits running, between the surface and the bottom?
Well, basically, Colo, this rod right here, we got the 3/4 ounce. We're running at 1.1 miles an hour. And that bait will be running right at about 14 to 15 feet in the water column at that speed.
And it's not just walleyes that like this presentation.
I like that. Okay.
There he is. Look at him down there. Whoa. What is that?
Giant. What is that? Big cat. Big cat.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You dirty rock. All right, I'm going to lift them in then. Ooh, that is a big catfish.
Jeepers.
Whoa, is that a fat
Look
cat?
at that.
Look at the gut on that thing.
Kid. Look at that guy.
Oh, Brett, you know, he came looking for walleyes. I caught a really nice channel cat. Clean body, nice dots. I thought that was a big walleye, but
I'll tell you what, if anybody wants to eat catfish out of the Bay, Green Bay is the spot to catch them up here. These are real clean.
really?
Colo's got another one on. Brett has some good advice for taking the snap weight and the board off the line.
Now just remember, when you're unhooking these boards, no slack. You'll see me raise my hand up at the line. A lot of people I'll watch, you'll let that snap, and when you do that, you got slack in your line, and a lot of times those walleyes will pop right off. Big walleye, Cole.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you see him down there?
Oh, yeah.
That's clear water.
Ooh,
Look how
he's
clear
big,
that water
he's
is.
big, Cole. He's bigger than the last one.
Look how big that walleye is. Oh. Keep winding, Colo. Keep winding.
Come on, baby.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Jeepers. Look at that. And look, it popped out right
Popped
there.
right out.
Nice.
Wow. Look at that. Whoa.
Okay, a couple more details. 12 or 14 pound test Trilene XT is a good size line to go with. Spinners are the deal. Northland makes some of the best. Baitfish spinner harnesses and Mr. Walleye crawler hauler harnesses are as good as it gets. The Purple Hex and Cisco Purple colors were good in this day. And to top it all off, you just can't beat the planer boards and weight systems from Offshore Tackle. The components used to make these are the best there are, and it shows in how the boards work. They run straight and are easy to use. There's no lead in the new weights, so they're friendly to the environment. Offshore stuff is the best out there. Anytime you want to spread your lines and cover more water, they'll enable you to do so effectively and easily. If you want to get in on the really big walleyes, get in touch with Brett Alexander. He has them dialed in. In fact, he can put you on some of the best walleye or smallmouth open water action that can be found in the Midwest. And he's also on the Fish Through the Ice. He can help you with lodging at Beach Harbor Resort. They have nice rooms and a restaurant. This can be a turnkey deal if you want it to be. Or it can just be some of the best fishing around. It's all up to you. Boy, they grow some big walleyes in that part of Wisconsin, and planer boards will help you catch more of them. And you know, it's so important to get young people started in fishing at a young age. Check out Let's Go Fishing, and then you do your part to get a youngster involved in fishing. Hey, for all of us at Fishing the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. Be nice to one another. We'll see you again next time.